So, I'm from New York City, born and raised. Anybody from New York City? Transplant? Maybe not? Okay. In spirit, I'm from Brooklyn in here. Word, that works. I wear the hat and I got the, yeah, okay. So I'm from New York City, born and raised, and basketball was a big part of my life. Growing up, I hated poetry. I thought it was whack. I didn't connect with anything that I was exposed to in school. It didn't look like me. It didn't sound like me. I thought I had to do all this shape-shifting and changing in order to be a poet. So I put that over there, and I focused on being an athlete, and that was really my life before poetry. So I played in college. I played semi-professionally after college. And so when I dug into this poem, I said, you know what? I'm going to write a poem about basketball. And then I read it to a friend. He's like, you know, that ain't about basketball. That's about your daddy.
That's real.
And so all the poets in the room go, yeah, I know. That's usually happens when you try to, So you try to just bulldoze your way into poetry. It's like, shut the fuck up and sit down. So this poem is called The Rim, and this is about basketball and other stuff. You know, when I started playing basketball, my mom didn't want me to play because that's what boys do. And so gender has been a very interesting journey for me as well. The first time I shot a basketball, I aimed it towards the sky like a wish. To me, the rim was some faraway place where the horizon meets heaven and boys groom themselves into men. At 7 years old, I believed that Barbie secretly married a Ninja Turtle. My mom thought I wasted too much time fantasizing outside the lines, but you, Dad, you taught me that lines are only useful when you bend them. So each day, I'd be the only girl on the playground, convincing my arm it was a fountain, my wrist it was a gymnast doing backflips and backflips, catapulting the sun in my palm. When the park lights turned off, we worked on my handle. You were a doorknob with a sign that read, keep your head up. So I zigzagged between the stars like they were cones, and together we made the playground a planetarium. You said that love was feeling the leather skin of the ball on your fingertips when the winter was meanest. 11 years later, when I fell in love with a woman whose grip felt like Spalding, I knew that there were more lines I'd have to break. And you know that then, the arguing at home made the court our treehouse. We chest past our pain and had conversations behind our backs. I wanted my hands to look just like yours, all soot and chimney from the dirt they earned at pickup games. So I earned my own in the rumble of Harlem basketball tournaments or block shots at the block on Fuego, 135th Atlantic, so waters for un peso. And these lines, mourned ankles caught at the wrong place, the wrong time. At 13, I dreamed of hanging from the rim like a chandelier. I told the whole block I'd be the first woman to dunk in the NBA. Most of them laughed, but you looked at me with the smirk that is the Morse code of underdogs and said, you see these lines? They're like copper. Most people are like steel. They don't bend as easily. And still, you're far too young to worry about any of this. See, their parents probably never showed them that a rainbow is just a big jump rope you get to play with when you get older. And growing older doesn't mean anything if you never grew up. And growing up doesn't mean anything if you never believed that ridiculous things were possible. And you got plenty of time for all of that. See, dreams are bus passes with no expiration date. So enjoy the ride till your knees sound like creaky gym floors and your back is a sailboat that's hugged the world at least 2 times. See, in basketball, passing is a gift you give before you go. But you were a gift I never said thank you for being the silent cheerleader at every one of my games when my gender felt more like a disability and all I was some girl on their team. So take every shot I made as a thank you card, signed by the branches in my hands that will never forget the bark they came from, sealed by the sweet spot in my spirit that knows only this. I may never be able to dunk, But there's a rim where the horizon meets heaven that will always make me wonder, what if?